This is the Keysight multimeter. Let's take it apart. This is how the instrument looks like inside. There is this nice cover with some aluminum foil for shielding the PCB. Looks very well for a Keysight instrument. We can see here there are these two fuses. One is rated at 11 amps and the other one is rated at 440 milliamps. Here I will try to unplug the connector for the piezo speaker from the back of the plastic case, so we can have a more detailed look over the PCB. This is the piezo speaker connector. Yeah, it's quite small. This comes here. This is where it's unplugged. So now we can see there are a bunch of components, a lot of capacitors, filters. This, I presume, it's the main ADC. This is the AD1242, if I presume correctly. Yeah, this is the datasheet for the ADC converter that I was talking about. This is a 24-bit ADC, 4-channel with power gain amplifier integrated. Yeah, looks quite well, straightforward. So this is the main diagram. We can see here the inputs, the buffer, the power gain stage. Now, in the vicinity of this ADC, there are a bunch of other type of circuits, integrate ICs. This is a MAX 4583 circuit. These are spread across the entire PCB. So I think these are some kind of analog switches. There are a bunch of other types of gates. That's a 74HC. That's probably a logic gate as well. Now, I've searched the internet for this IC and it's a low voltage analog multiplexer switch. Nothing special with it. Let's see what's inside the datasheet. So this is something from Maxim. Yeah, a bunch of integrated switches with the control logic. Nothing fancy. Now, moving across the PCB, I encounter other several ICs like this F4053BT. Let's check to see what type of IC is this one. So this is a triple single pole analog switch. Now let's zoom in a little bit and see what's inside. So here there are these two inputs, the logic control, and the specs seem quite straightforward. Now there is this logical input, probably a combination of binary signals, and depending on the combination on all the three input, these three switches, are switched on and off depending on the encoding. Now, this is another IC that got my attention. It's an AD637. Let's see what's the purpose of this circuit. Let's try and do a little search on the internet. Now, this is the datasheet for the AD637. This is a high precision RMS to DC converter. Now, we can see here an internal diagram. This is a internal buffer. This is the output. So probably this IC will take our voltage that comes across the probes and it will convert it to a RMS RMS value, probably just to ease down the microcontroller of this instrument. Now let's try and see what's on the other side of the board. There is these two screws here that we will need to remove them and see what's on the other side. I will try to undo the screws now. There is a screw here. We will try to remove it. This is the front panel assembly, the front panel connectors. They have some sealing O-ring types, looks pretty nice. These prevent dust and moisture from entering your instrument, so yeah, it's pretty well made. Okay, so now we removed all the screws that are holding the PCB, and we can see here there are two plastic clips that are holding the PCB onto our case. I will try to pry them a little bit with the screwdriver, gently, not to rip off the plastic clips. I will try to disassemble these. So now that we have the PCB removed, this is how it looks like on the other side. Now, this is the display. And here on the housing we can see there are these gum type connectors, nothing special. Okay, so now I will try to remove the display so it has gently, not to break something. Here underneath we can see there is some sort of microcontroller. And let's see what's underneath. So this is the microcontroller of our instrument. Let me try and fix this in place. So it's a D78F0485. So I think this is a Renaissance controller. Yeah, it's a small package. So here there are a bunch of caps. Probably those are some OPA, but why is that writing in a mirror or something like that? Probably these are some logic gates as well. On the other side we can see there is this LDO circuitry with the capacitors, the filtering capacitor. Probably this is the power supply for the microcontroller. And here, I didn't think I showed you, on the other side, we have these two diodes, LEDs, photo elements. These are used to communicate with some external interface. These are some form of infrared communication. So guys, this is most of the teardown video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you found something useful.